An early altercation with a classmate was the catalyst for a young Norma finding herself in the school netball team in just grade 2, and she hasn't looked back since.
We had a sports day, and basically there was one of the boys annoying me, and it started to rain. We all had to run into the shed, and I finished up giving him a knuckle sandwich, which actually got me into a big trouble. So the teacher came over and said he thought I had a fair bit of energy. So from that day on, I started playing the game, but I was only in grade 2.
Norma Margaret Plummer made her international debut as part of Australia's successful 1975 Netball World Cup team and would later serve 4 tests as national captain.
In 1975, selected to go to New Zealand, to Auckland, to play in the World Series, and of course it was all on asphalt and outside in those days, but you didn't care because you didn't know any different anyway. We didn't play indoors at that stage. And Joyce Brown was coach. So on the last day we had to play New Zealand, and we either had to win or draw to win it outright, and we drew. It was unbelievable because I can remember warming up and the crowd was booing us as they started. Somebody had given me a piece of chewy, and I munched on this chewy right throughout the game, which I didn't even know I had in my mouth, but I think I killed it because of the full-on pressure and the booing to start off with. It really got you going. And I can remember I took a dive and skid along the asphalt and sort of started to slowly get up, and Joyce ran out and said, "Come on, Norma, don't stop now, we're in front, we've got to keep going." So no blood rule in those days, brush yourself off and keep running.
She was also playing coach of the Melbourne Netball Club and Victorian State team.
I went through as a player, running the club, president, secretary, you name it. Developed a lot of players in that time because there was no one else to do it. But I was always playing coach because we didn't have coaches on the sidelines back then. That's how I actually got into coaching. Didn't know I was coaching. If you were captain, you just had to be giving the talk at half time.
As her playing days came to an end, Norma turned her attention to coaching and carved out an outstanding career at both domestic and international level. She was Australian coach from 2004 to 2011, leading her team to Netball World Cup titles in 2007 and 2011.
In 2007, I just had the feeling we'd never lose. In 2011, I was walking on eggshells, I guess, because New Zealand were, right up there. I reckon when I coached, they had probably some of the best teams they'd ever had.
No stranger to controversy, the Plum has at times had a fractious relationship with arch rivals the Kiwis, but she remains widely respected in New Zealand, where she is a darling of the media.
There was a reporter who used to come into the AIS, and he wanted an interview with me now I was going to be national coach. He just said, "Oh, thanks, Plum," and then he said, "Oh, how do you think you'll go?" And I said, "Just a bunch of scrubbers." I don't even know why it came out, but it did. Because Brooke had rung me my daughter, after I said the scrubber comment. She said, "What did you say that for?" I said, "Well, that used to be the bottom team we played." She said, "Well, they don't mean the same thing these days." I said, "Well, I'm not out at the discos, how would I know?" I don't know, the New Zealanders just seemed to finally wake up that I did have a sense of humour, because they used to say, "I never smile." You don't smile when you're sitting on the side of the court. If you're getting your backside beaten, why would I sit there with a grin on my face?
In the lead up to 2011, Norma made no secret of the philosophy that inspired her bold halftime moves that took the Diamonds to their 10th title. From the outset, she declared her belief in the emerging importance of the bench player, no longer a fringe dweller to the traditional starting 7, but an integral part of the team.
When I had to make the change, I thought this is the time to go for it, because New Zealand had gone off giving the high fives, and I think we were 6 down. 4 minutes, 37 seconds, I think it was. We were back in front in the end of the third quarter. And the interesting thing again was that they didn't know what to do, because if we got the ball to Bassett, they knew she'd shoot it. If they doubled up on her, Meadows could come in and shoot the goal as well. So I thought it made their back end very indecisive.
She was acknowledged for her extraordinary achievements and visionary approach to the 2011 World Cup with the sport's prestigious Spirit of Netball Award. 2 world titles have confirmed Norma Plummer's standing as an international coaching icon.
To have been part of one as a player to the seniors and 2 World Cups with the Australian under-21, because I never forget them. They were pretty precious to me. You would hope that, you feel you've done something for the sport, and to maintain Australia at the top, it's the best feeling.
This is a question that I promised I would never ask. How did that feel?
I feel sick. Can't say anything else. My stomach's in a knot.
A supreme tactician, passionate and committed to Australian netball, Norma leaves a magnificent legacy guiding the international careers of so many of Australia's best players. Tonight, Norma Plummer takes her place among the sports luminaries in the Australian Netball Hall of Fame.